Okay, we're on. Alright. Hello, everybody. I'm just here because, well, it's finally summer vacation. Hells yes, I'm so excited. It's finally summer for me, at least, in Illinois. I don't know if it's summer for you. It's probably at least near summer for you, but I'm finally done. I took my last finals yesterday. I'm so excited. Ready for summer. But with summer comes cleaning out obviously the obvious of cleaning out your backpack. And while I was doing so, I was like looking in a bin of mine because I was trying to find places to put some of the stuff that I had in my backpack that I wanted to save, like folders that were still good and kind of thing, my calculator. And I think it's not a secret to any of you. I don't know if I've made it public. I'm pretty sure you could tell from the background, but of my love for One Direction. I'm sure if you've watched any of my other videos, you know. And I found some spirals I had made like I think it was like 2 years ago when I first became a fan, back in my carrot days. That, I mean, the cover have fetus pictures, but besides like that, like it's not really, like I made some spirals, big deal. It's not this that was so, really I wanted to share with the internet type, it was what was inside these journals, things I had written. Because I have some weird stuff. Just from let me just share with you. I just thought just because it's summer and I haven't made a video in a while and stuff, and just for fun, so we can all laugh together at Carrot Fan Gabby. Just her stupidity. So I just wanted, before I start. Well, I mean, this isn't bad. I mean, it just says I Heart 1D. I don't know if you could see. My camera's kind of shit. Can you see? You can see. There, I mean, that's not bad. But after that, things just get kind of creepy. Because, you see, this was before I realized that none of them were ever going to want to marry me ever. And that I was never even going to meet them. So, here we have a page where I just wrote my name with their last names to see how it sounded. Basically, just you know how, like, they have in the old movies, the creepy girl, like, the girl that has a crush on a guy, so she's just sitting in the middle of class writing her name with his last name in her notebook, like Gabrielle, whatever, like Flair, what would her name be? Like, I don't know, Clara, whatever the heck his last name is, Clara Wells. Well, that's basically what this is, except with their names. It just says, here, I'll just read it out loud, because, I mean, the camera's kind of, well, you can, I'll try and show you. See. It's kind of hard to read. But it says, I wrote in cursive, I don't know why, but it says, Harry Killam. Killam is my last name. So I don't know why I put, because Harry's always been my favorite, so I kind of paid special attention to him, if you couldn't tell. Because he's the only one where I actually wrote, like, his name, his first name with my last name. The rest of them I just did Gabriella Payne, Gabriella Thompson, Gabriella Malik, Gabriella Horan. And then it says at the bottom, Mrs. Harry Styles equals me with a left arrow and a 3, to make the heart. Okay, and then the next page is literally just littered with stuff about how I loved Harry and I was gonna marry him one day. Let's read out, shall we? It says, Gabriella Killam plus has Icy. Harry Styles. It says I'm in love with Harry Styles. Gabriella Styles. I love Harry. I am Harry's wife. I am Mrs. Harry Styles. Harry is my husband. Gabriella Reed Styles. Gabriella Styles, Mrs. Gabriella Styles. I have no idea. Just Gabby Styles, Gab Styles, Gabriella Styles. I was just trying not to think. I'm going to have children with him. No, you're not. Because I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I ship Larry now. Back in these days, obviously I did it because I thought I was gonna marry Harry back in these days, like most people did. But recent, when was it? Oh, it was 2013. Yes, that's 2013. I started shipping Larry. Then I realized I was never going to be Harry Styles. That's when I stepped out of my carrot phase, like towards the end of 2013 was when I started shipping them. I kind of stepped out of the carrot phase. I mean, not completely. It was still kind of a carrot, but I also realized none of them are ever going to want to marry me or have my children. So, and Harry and Louis are gay as fuck, so they're definitely not going to want to marry me and have my children. So. Yep, and then it says we will have a girl named Darcy in the future. Because Harry said he wanted his child to be named Darcy. So I was just, oh, Which, even though I honestly kind of hate the name Darcy, I just was like, oh my god, I'm totally gonna name it Darcy so I can please Harry. And I remember I used to say I was gonna name my child, if I had a boy, Harry Jr. Like, Harry Jr. is just such an obvious and, like, no. Be a little more creative, Gabby, please. But no, that's not even the worst of it. The worst of it would have to be Chapter 2. I have no idea where Chapter 1 could possibly be. Of Invisible, a Harry Styles fanfic. There. So, I never posted this to the internet, thank the Lord. Well, until now, obviously. But it's just what you would expect. It's a typical carrot fanfic type thing, you know what I mean? It's one of those typical, really stupid fanfics from back in the days. You know, back in 2012, I think, is probably when I wrote this. You know what I mean. We had some bad fanfics in 2012. We've evolved as a fandom. I mean, the fanfics I've read, at least. I mean, I only read Larry ones now, but the Larry ones I've read now are great. But the ones, like, heterosexual ones I used to read were absolute shit, and I think you can agree with me on that. If they were bad, I ate them up. I loved them. I didn't realize how bad they were at the time. But looking back, I'm like, that's just, no, because a lot of, it's just, I'm sorry if, I'm not trying to attack any fanfic writers, but some of them were just bad. Like, they just had such scenarios that would never happen, and just, you know what I mean. You get it if you were in the One Direction fandom. I'm sure you get it. Even outside of the One D fandom, I'm sure there's some bad fan fiction in other fandoms too. I'm sure you know what I mean. But, okay. Shall I read? I think I shall. I got out of the stall and walked over to the mirror. I guess I'm in a bathroom. I don't know. Well, sorry. I forgot to mention. It's in Flora's point of view. Flora is one of the ugliest names I've ever heard. Why did I... Oh, God, I shouldn't say that. Sorry if your name is Flora. I just personally don't like that name. I don't understand why I named my main character that, so don't ask me. Anyway. I looked like shit. Well, that's pleasant. I took out my eyeliner and put it on and then fixed my mascara. I wiped my tears off, dusted myself off, and walked back out. I don't know why she was crying. I walked over to the boys who had gotten my shoes for me. If you couldn't tell by the boys, it's One Direction. I'm sure you can. And had already bought drinks. Hey, they all said at once. Why are they saying stuff at the same time? Okay. You okay? I quickly replied, yeah, and flashed them a wide, fake smile. I went over to the rack of bowling balls and picked a pink one. Harry was at the same rack as me, and he flashed me his charming, cheeky smile. I gave him a genuine toothy grin and felt butterflies in my stomach. Why am I just putting so many adjectives in front of the words smile and grin? Like, why? Anyway. Then Stephanie walked over and gave Harry a kiss on the cheek and said, will you get a ball for me? And the smile was gone. Sure thing, babe, he said, and handed her a blue ball. Couldn't already tell. The main character really hates Stephanie. I walked back over to the lane and saw Louis punching our names in. You what at them? It doesn't say what you did at them. It just says I at them and sat down. Wow. Good job, Gab. First up was Zane. He got a spare. Then was me. That's bad grammar. Then was me. Oh my god. Then was me, and I got a gutter ball. I wasn't too bad of a bowler and could have at least gotten a spare, I'm sure, but I just wasn't feeling it. Next was Harry. Of course, being the amazing bowler he is. Oh, he's so good. Oh my god. Harry got a strike, and of course, Stephanie immediately planted a long kiss on Harry's lips for that one. Things progressed like that the rest of the game. The rest of the boys were pretty good at bowling. After a while, everyone got bored, and we decided to go to Harry's flat for a while and hang out. I thought the car ride would never end, with Harry and Stephanie smooching it up in the front seat. But we finally made it to Harry's flat, which I had been to several times, and practically knew it brick by brick. Well, at least before Stephanie came in, I did. Nowadays, I rarely went to his house, 'cause he was always busy with her. I think we're feeling some jealousy here. Anyway, we all piled onto the couch when we got in and watched some movies, which we watched some movie. I didn't add the S. Just so many grammar mistakes, which we didn't end up paying any attention. Where's the two? You should say paying any attention to. Man, I just sucked at writing. We all started messing around and talking, and I actually felt really happy for a little bit, until we all decided to call it a day, and Harry gave Stephanie a big goodbye kiss. I then walked straight to my house. My mother wasn't home, so I went up to my room. I started doing homework for a little bit, but I got bored, so I went downstairs to watch a movie. Surprisingly, I heard my phone buzz. I picked it up reading a text from my mom. "Hey, I'll be home a little late today, okay? I'll see you later, sweetie." I replied saying, "Okay, Mom," and decided to ditch the movie. I flipped on the news instead, only to see an interview with One Direction. "So how many of you have girlfriends?" Liam, Louis, Harry, and Zayn raised their hands. I should be raised. "All but Niall, I see." "Yep," Niall said, looking like the carefree mofo he was. Well, okay. I felt tears sting my eyes, so I flicked off the TV and went to my room. Just letting you know, I do not endorse this of any kind. I don't know why I glorified this so much. I'm very ashamed of my past self for writing this part here, but it says, "I grabbed a razor and made a cut on my arm. Ever since I discovered my crush for Harry and he started dating Stephanie, I started doing this at least every other day. I'd hide the cuts by wearing long-sleeve shirts, and so far no one has discovered anything. I then bandaged my arm, feeling a little better, and decided to take a nap." And that was the end of the chapter. Yeah! Just that last part is just why it's so awful. I mean, it was awful before that, but the last part, because I was just... Let me just explain myself here, because I want to make sure that it's clear that I would never... I'm so glad I never posted that on the internet, because I do not think cutting is a thing to be discussed like that in a fanfiction is such a casual thing. Like, if you're going to use it in a fanfic, like, I mean, like, if it's, like, part of the plot, or something, like, if she's supposed to have mental issues of some kind, or, like, further the plot, I don't know, so, you know what I mean? Then, but I do not, that was, like, basically glorifying and doing what a bunch of fanfic writers have done in the past, where they just say, "Oh, and then I cut myself because Harry didn't like me, so I just felt so bad about myself, I had to cut myself." Like, no. That's awful, I can't. I don't know why I'm sharing this publicly. I just can't believe I even wrote that. I really can't. And how awful the fanfiction was even before that, just because it was awful, but that's just, I can't believe. Like, I sent it to my friend, and she was, because I was like, and I was just like, "No, pass, Gabby, you do not glorify abuse. I mean, not abuse, cutting. What were you thinking?" Like, but yeah, so that's the first one. Now, this one only has, like, 1 page in it, and wow, this video is getting long. Sorry. I know I shouldn't, this is just getting too long. It'll be over soon, it's okay. But this is the second one, and there's only 1 page in it with, like, stuff about related to 1D really in it. But it's just really creepy. I'm very ashamed of myself for all of this, because, wow. But it says, I remember this because I was thinking about making a video about ways to meet One Direction, and then, like, talking about, like, ways. So I, like, wrote down some ways so I could, like, look at it while but here we go. Ways to meet on One Direction, and then I have them separated by cost money, don't cost money, and are creepy, and don't cost money and just aren't creepy, basically. So the ones that cost money are to get front row tickets to a concert, get backstage passes, go to a book signing, and go to a meet and greet, the obvious ones. Then the ones that don't cost money and are creepy, which by the way, like I said, I actually put don't cost money and are creepy. I knew fully well that these borderline stalking. Actually, they all are stalking, basically. And yet I still wrote them down thinking that this was okay. I hate past self for this. But, okay, sneak backstage at a concert. No. This one is just a big no-no. Figure out where they are and casually bump into them. No, that's stalking. Go to their hotel. No. Sneak onto their tour bus. Okay, that one is just no. Oh, and the last one is one that I strongly now would never, why did I write this? When they're at their family's house, go to their house. No, do not go to their family's house. That is their family. You are disrupting their family. No. What was I thinking? And then the last one, wait outside at one of their events. That one isn't very creepy. I don't know why that was in the creepy category. I mean, you wait outside. That always happens at events anyways, anytime they, like, go to, like, I don't know, like, anytime they go to, like, do an interview, like, there's always gonna be, like, a crowd. I guess that's not, but anyway, ones that don't cost money and just aren't creepy are to enter a contest, to go on Ellen. I mean, because recently they were on Ellen, and, like, they had fans meet them or something, so I thought that would be, get on one of their music videos, start working for them, Oh, and I forgot, I put an arrow around this because I realized after I wrote down that it would be in the creepy section, sneak onto their music video set. No, no. So yeah, that's the journals. That's kind of, I don't know, just thought I'd share because they're creepy and I'm just really ashamed of my former self. For I don't know why I'm sharing this publicly. Why did I ever write these things is my question. Especially the fan fiction. Just no. I just want to put a disclaimer. My fan fictions have gotten so much better since then. Here, I'll link you to my Wattpad in the comments if you want to see that, because I have some 2 Larry fan fictions in the works. One of them's on hold right now. So, because I'm working on a different one, because I just had an idea and I was like, I have to write this now. And another fan fiction will probably be on the way after I'm done with those 2, because I have a really good idea. So, but anyways, I'll link you to my Wattpad. My writing has gotten so much better since then, believe me, and there is some abuse in one of the fan fictions, but I put a disclaimer and everything. I do not endorse any abuse of any kind or anything. I do not want to intend to glorify it. I just put it in there as like a plot because it was part of the plot, basically. It just kind of has to do with, because like it kind of has to do with how Harry falls for Louis. I know it's kind of messed up. It's just because like Harry, because he struggles so much, Louis, in the fan fiction, but he still manages to keep a brave face, and Louis admires that, and Harry admires that about him, and that's kind of how he falls for him, you know, kind of thing. So that's not because he still keeps a brave face after everything. So that's why I put it in there, just letting you know. It's not meant to be glorify it or anything. It's not, no. I put a disclaimer, just letting you know. If that's triggering for you, do not read it. But that's the end of the video. If you are on summer vacay, then, why did I say summer vacay? If you're on summer vacation now, just have fun, be safe. Why did I sound like my mom? Anyway. And so glad school is finally over. Just enjoy this. If you like, comment, subscribe if you liked it. Bye!